You know, you can never go wrong with Dragalia music. I'm just saying, man. they always they always seem to surpass me with my expectations almost every time with their music. They just released new music for this event. They even got Sikihan into the mix here to make this song. Of course, I played the background music only. I didn't actually play the version that had the lyrics on them. But, this is the best I could do. But anyway, greetings everybody. My name is KG Prestige and I welcome everybody back again for another exciting edition of the PokePod World Podcast where me and my pals will gather around to talk about things that happen within the week. And we hope you guys will have a fun one because I honestly have no idea what the hell we're gonna be doing for tonight's review anyway, because I joke about this on Twitter. That episode, man, that episode was something for sure. I need to be high just to even properly review the episode. But I'm grateful that this kind of episode exists. It was so trippy, it was so chaotic. We're definitely gonna have a lot of fun with it. So we hope you guys will, stick around to watch our review on that episode. So look forward to that. Aside from that kind of stuff, though, there are some other things that have been happening within the past week. Of course, a lot of the controversy regarding a particular game that was announced that now has started to spark up some not so nice comments and whatnot regarding a new MOBA game that's coming out with the Pokemon Company. Unite, now more like divide at this point with all the shit happening for that poor game. You remember when Pokemon Snap was announced? Oh man, that was the hype, was it not? Seriously though, I have a lot to talk about regarding that. We'll get to that when we can. And anything else that I am particularly missing off the top of my head? Yeah, we'll see what we can talk about for tonight. But for now, I'm gonna go and hop into the call. We're gonna be with my buddies, and then we're gonna go and work from there. Alrighty, let's get into it. Hello, does thou hear me?
Yo.
Nice.
Why hast thou forsaken me? Cause it's a Raffra, baby.
Oh, somebody says no one playing Min Min. I mean, I would love to play Min Min for the win-win, but the issue is everybody's trying to go into the goddamn server at the same time, similar to like how everybody's trying to do with Zero Aura.
Men for the win-win, but everybody's getting Zero Aura. So
yeah. We ain't getting nothing, man. That's how it is.
Nothing.
Let me just put my water here to the side.
Look at us. We ain't got nothing.
Well, actually, did you guys even manage to get your Zero Auras? That also includes to those in the chat, too.
No, I haven't even attempted yet. I'm going to be vertically honest.
No, I've been out all day. And this is like, I've only had like maybe realistically like an hour and a half or 2 hours to myself already.
Yeah, I'm playing now. I should attempt to do it, but I'm focused on breeding right now.
At least you're honest about it, though.
Right.
Still finding the Diglett. Good luck.
Yeah, good luck. Well, at least take a look at the board that they have next to the Diglett guide. They tell you what locations you have to encounter the Diglett. So if you managed to find them all, I congratulate you. I hope you didn't get a piece of turd as your reward, because if you played Breath of the Wild, you'll understand what I'm talking about, man.
Oh God.
But good luck to everybody else who has managed to successfully obtain all the Diglets, because I think your reward is surprisingly interesting for sure. The audio for Tyrone and TS is kind of low in my opinion. Really now. Let me.
Really?
Yeah, because the biggest problem is KG's voice is overdriven.
Yeah, for some reason I don't know why. And I have my shit at low.
But that ain't low.
Yeah, no, trust me. I put this shit halfway compared to you guys at full.
Oh.
Yeah, but your mic is too hot.
All right, hold on a second then. Let me.
It's the mic. Yeah, it's the microphone itself. It's too hot.
This is why I'm saying I need to start investing on a new mic, man.
No, it's not that. It's called
like
you have to monitor your microphone.
The grind.
I look at the gain right now. By the way, the gain is at 0.
What, on the microphone itself?
On the microphone itself.
Then what's happening is it's still way too loud. It's still way too hot.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see if I could do anything. Remember the last time I tried messing with that shit and you guys said there was like a bunch of scrunchy noises you were hearing when I was moving around the mic settings?
Yeah, but the thing is though, for this one, it's like you are clipping. You're literally clipping.
I'm gonna try now. Is that any better? or did I just
Yeah,
make it worse?
that's better. That's lower, but maybe just a tad higher than that.
Okay, I'm gonna just mute myself in case of no noise. KG getting scolded. Listen, man, it ain't really a stream if I don't get shit done proper, man. It's always gonna be like that.
I mean, hey, it's better to start this off like this rather than
Now KG low. God damn it, man.
Yeah, but that's why you just had to boost it just a little bit because then because at least the good thing is you're not clipping.
look,
Yeah,
better
I
we get
guess
the
I'm not
technicals
clipping.
out the way now rather than later.
Yeah, right. At least we're doing it at the beginning of the stream.
Yeah.
You know, folks, at the end of the day, I just want everybody to know, at least you guys are knowing that this is all being done live, so that's great.
It's all live.
Even hiccups included. It's not a stream without my
Okay, yeah, High
feedback
Prop
speech.
says he hears everything just fine.
Okay, I'm gonna just go listen to the audio myself because I always hate it when I sound the lowest and everybody else sounds high, or if I sound the highest and then everybody's the lowest. Everybody just shut the hell up. Let me hear this shit. Hear the shit. Hear the shit. Okay,
Yes.
I heard the voices. I think everybody's fine. Okay,
All
good.
right,
Thank you,
we're good,
chat,
we're
for
good.
staying quiet. I'm gonna
Yeah,
go and check something in the background.
because your mic was like too hot.
Huh. Who would have
Now
thought?
it's fine. Yeah. Yep. All right. Yeah, and then the max raid battles are up, and which which of course, and if you had luck to even connect to online at this point.
Yeah, because those servers, I heard the Twitter joke with the server, and it just shows a dumpster fire on fire. It was pretty hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
It said, meanwhile, the Pokemon servers, and then it just shows this giant fire coming out of a dumpster.
Yep. Also, if you guys haven't played Pokemon Cafe Mix, you should. It's a
Pokemon, yeah. I know you said Pokemon, but it sounded like Pokemon for a second, like Pokemon on Coke. I actually need to play Cafe Mix. I kept saying I was gonna do it.
Yeah, it's available on the Switch and smartphones.
Oh, it's on the Switch too. You know what? I think I got a little idea I'm gonna do later. Not later tonight, but later.
But I'm pretty sure you can only play it in handheld mode.
Ah, what? Boo!
Because it is a touchscreen game. It's a touchscreen game.
I can't just use the analog. Man, boo.
It wouldn't make sense anyway.
There goes that. Well, yeah, people are saying the mobile one, which is better, the mobile or the Switch one.
If you have a better phone, mobile.
Yeah, I think it depends on your phone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Cafe Mix leagues better than Unite. I don't know. You know, I think I'm the only human being that's optimistic about Unite.
that sounds terrible. And I'm back, by the way.
Well, because see, I'm like you, KG. I wasn't expecting like these fucking epic, grandiose Pokemon games for this announcement. I was expecting something stupid, like something that wasn't gonna be. You know what? I got more than we bargained for when we got Snap.
I told you guys in advance on Monday that there was a particular company that has yet to reveal something. I gave you guys the heads up to let you know to put your goddamn expectations down. And you know what? Even though I had my expectations so down, I still wound up disappointed.
And of course, the announcement was worth 10 cents.
I expected nothing, and you still failed.
You still disappointed me. I don't even know how to feel about that.
Weirdly enough, I'm actually like, weirdly enough, I think the only reason I'm not like super pissed about it, because like you said, I wasn't expecting anything, and two, it sounds kind of cynical, but I kind of like that we didn't get that. I'm glad that they're focusing on small term stuff right now, so that we can I just want to keep playing Sword and Shield and like make Sword and Shield better, like make this game better. You already saw the first DLC was popping. Like the first DLC is so good. It got you guys into competitive battling. If they can do that,
Yeah, and like
I think it's a
I never
win.
thought we would be converted into actual competitive battling, and it's interesting because like I'm seeing everybody else in the group doing their like format of breeding.
Yeah,
Even our friend
everybody's
Polly,
breeding and IV training. It's
e-
making me so happy. It's
even
bringing tears
Polly.
to
I
my
just
eyes.
wanted to put this into perspective. Even Polly, who is well known, and she comes out and says this a lot sometimes on stream. She
Hmm.
does not know much about Pokemon battling, and yet
Yes.
she's getting fond of the breeding aspect and trying to get max IVs because she really loves the Pokemon that she wants to get. You know, she got herself the Polly that she wanted. You know, after working
Yes.
hard for it for days, and it was also thanks to help with everybody here in the group call as well for working on that. You know,
And everybody got like some people got shinies because of their efforts and stuff, and like
yeah,
perfect Pokemon. It's really cool to see that the Islands of Armor DLC got you guys into doing that. I was already into it, but just doing the Islands of Armor, I was so happy. And it's like this is what happens when you expand a game and make it better rather than making a new game. It's like we didn't even get the chance to enjoy the other games
Right.
because you want to know what happens? They end up releasing a new game before we get the chance to expand on
Yeah.
the old one.
Just to go back on the two other subjects for a moment before we go on to, off into a tangent. So Pokemon Cafe Mix is decent. If you like puzzle games, I thought this was going to be like a wibble wobble thing, but no, it's not. It's actually
Will
a
fall
really
down,
cool.
fall down.
Yeah, it's a really cool it's a really cool puzzler where you have to either meet a score demand, you have to clear certain items, and realistically it's like you build up all the Pokemon Cafe. As a matter of fact, the Eevee that's in the freaking game is the mascot of the Pokemon Cafe in real life, where you could buy the plush before before you go into the Pokemon Cafe. So I like that aspect. I like the aspect where you can befriend Pokemon, well, when you serve them all these like wonderful desserts and sandwiches and drinks and all that, and then they gonna come and work for you. I like that concept. It has a stamina system, but I think the stamina system is fair because the stamina system only affects you if you do not complete the level, if you do not complete the order. So it's not like freaking it's not like something like Pokemon Shuffle where the stamina system went down every time you played. It's every time you lose. So
yeah.
I think that's relatively fair.
That makes it so much easier because as somebody who has played a lot of gotcha games that incorporate stamina into the feature to where you're limited to when that goes back up or unless you have the items necessary to boost it back up, you know,
Hmm.
then this gives a little bit more replay value and a little bit more of an incentive to you to be strategic with every move you make in the game. It's nothing brain taxing. It's just there for a good fun. If you're in the toilet and you want to play a quick round of Pokemon Cafe Mix, you got that game right there. I generally enjoyed it for what I played so far of it. I even went out of my way to spend like $5 for that Pikachu. So I mean,
I earned it by just logging in 5 days in a
no,
row.
no,
You
no,
should
no.
fucking
See,
wait.
the Pikachu you got is just the regular Pikachu. I'm talking about the Pikachu with the suit, with that little cute blue suit on it. That's the
Okay,
one I
yeah,
bought.
yeah. The official Pokemon Cafe one,
Yeah,
which I have
exactly.
video
That's the one.
footage of.
I don't know why I did that, despite knowing that Pikachu was literally 4 days away after that. But I got two Pikachu's, I guess. So that's something. And yet I actually have to touch the game today just to get my daily. Hold on a second, real quick. Let me take care of
Yeah,
that.
while he's doing that, so it is a really cool game to get into. It's a little fun distraction. I think it's worth playing. It's very fair. Um, in terms of playthroughs. So you guys should check it out.
And it's
As
free.
for yeah, and it's free, yeah, and like I said, they have login bonuses, so
And
you
also
should definitely check it out.
Also, Score Bunny is expected to come, I believe, on the 1st of next month. So make sure to also, if you want to get Score Bunny in your game, because it is technically an event, make sure to
Yes,
do play Pokemon Cafe around the time that the event's going to last. So make sure to keep that in mind. But yeah,
yes.
according to the chat, yes, I know I'm already spending money. Listen,
Already
Yeah,
got
I
him.
know. But you know what? I
Pokemon got
Can I
him.
just take a second to talk about something that I've been genuinely working very hard on these past couple of days?
Yeah, yeah.
Because
That
I've always been
wallet.
wanting to talk about it a little bit and just to kind of, give everybody a bit of motivation to try this as well. Since we're talking about money, I also went out of my way to spend $70. I
Oh
believe it was like a
shoot.
week or two ago on a Nintendo Switch game. If you guys follow me on Twitter, you'll know which game I'm talking about. Ring Fit Adventure. I've actually played the game daily ever since I've gotten my hands on it. And I just want to come out of my way to say this right now. Oh my god, I'm having so much fun with this game. I,
He
I
looks
j-
like Ash and Go did in the episode.
Yeah, okay, I'm not that. Listen, man, okay,
Somebody
yes, my goal is
photoshopped
gonna be
KG's face on the Ash and Go.
KG Secret Pro. Okay, so what I'm doing in the background is I'm giving myself a bit of a challenge, a 30-day challenge to be exact, where I'm going to be
Mm,
playing the Ring Fit Adventure on a daily basis. And I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about my experience so far because I think it was like just, 20 minutes ago before we started our stream. I
mm,
just had finished my hour and a half session on the game. And, I've tried to find ways to put time into playing the game when I can, because it is important for me to consistently work on this because,
yeah.
I wanna make that goal. I want to lose something. I'm not gonna lose like a lot because Ring Fit's not designed to make you lose so much, but it
I'm
is
t-
designed to
I'm
keep you
tired of just
unhealthy.
losing money in my wallet. I want to lose weight
Yeah,
too.
let me lose something else besides my goddamn funds, man. Let me get these
Somebody
glutes in
said the
shape.
KG 6-pack arc.
Hey, listen, man. I'd be down for that arc if we actually get to that conclusion. But no, to be honest with you guys, though, I did want to say I've been really, really loving Ring Fit Adventure. I've been playing it daily. I do feel sad when my body is able to get to that limit because the game design wise is so fun. Because first of all, visual wise, the game looks beautiful. Like when you jog through the field in like this mountainous regions and you see the various creatures of like deer and foxes and flamingos and whatnot, in that art aesthetic that they got for the game, it looks so precious. It looks beautiful. Like the colors are so vibrant. They pop. It's great to view, and that's something that's really motivated me to continue to play the game because it's like I want to see more of this. And every level, there's always something different. But what they do with this is that they incorporate, and this is so weird to me. This game is an RPG as well.
hmm
And the way that the RPG element works is that you are given a limited amount of moves that you can assign to however you wish to see fit. You can get some yoga poses. You can get moves that work on your legs. You can get moves that work on your arms,
hmm
or moves that just work on your agility and whatnot, to say a few. And
Right.
the way that you attack enemies is that you have to choose a move. So let's say there is a move for doing crunches or something like that.
hmm
You click on it by hitting the ring fit, and then you have to do 18 of those back to
Dang.
back.
You
But
gotta work for that attack.
yeah, the game notifies you to when you have to go lower down your legs to to bend. But the thing about it is that it forces you to hold as well. So it's not
Mm.
like just going up and down at rapid speed, to think you can like
Yeah.
break the game. No, the game can tell you when or how long you have to stay in that position until
hmm
you can go back up. And then you have to do that repeatedly
Well,
18
yeah.
times,
Because your muscles are getting the most workout when they're holding and rather than constantly moving.
Somebody says an affinity chart for Xenoblade Chronicles 2. In a way, I'd say yes, but it's more simplified because obviously this is a fitness game. But so far, I only managed to get to World 5 in the game. I just gave an example on that. There's another one where it's like you use your thighs to actually
Buns and
squish
thighs.
my thighs to actually press on the ring fit and like squeeze it because
hmm
the game's telling you to do that to do your set attack. And it does attack the enemy, and some moves do more than others, but the weaker moves end up having more overall attacks. You know, because like let's say you do the crunches, there's only 18 of those moves you can do, whereas something like the leg lift can actually have up to like 34. So there's more of it, and you can attack more. But here's the kicker: if there's more, that means you have to do said more with your body. You know.
Damn.
So, which
Damn.
exercise category do you have the most issue with? The only issues I'm having so far
Starting the game.
how do I get this goddamn thing strapped to my thigh? God
It's been
damn
a
it.
whole 30 days, and I'm kidding. Go ahead, KG.
Thanks for the laugh, though. No, but genuinely, the one, or not the one, but the most difficult exercise that I'm particularly having issues with is it's not any of them, but rather a particular move where you're forced to be on the floor and you have to keep your body up. Like there are some that are called mountain jogging, if I'm correct, where you have to keep your hands on the floor and then you have to jump with your legs, you know, left and right to try to make yourself like as if you're climbing a mountain. But the issue with that,
I used to do that. I used to do that a lot when I was in track back in high school.
Yeah. Yep. Here's the issue though. That shit hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
And the game forces you to do like 18 to 20 of them in
I did that in cross country. This shit hurts, yeah.
Yeah, but it's like it makes you hold it too.
Yep.
I'm like, bro, what? Yeah, if anything, I'm gonna end up getting 6 ties before I get my goddamn waist removed.
Hey, you're gonna be ready for that Washington D.C. walk again, only this time without the bus.
Hey, listen, man. Overall, I that is my big issue right now. I can easily say it has everything to do with the amount of weight I'm holding on the stomach side of things. You know, obviously I have like what people call like a beer belly or whatnot, despite not drinking.
He has the keg.
I have a beer belly. I don't drink beer.
Yeah, it's there. It exists. It's just they're flopping for all I care. But like, I'm just trying to get rid of this, and I'm working really hard to get to that goal. My main goal so far, with this particular game is while I'm still doing the 30-day challenge, I'm also just working monthly as well. So like, I just want to see how I progress every month. You know, right now I think at the weight that I'm at, it's like 234 or something like that. I wanted my goal right now is to hit under 200. I know I'm not. Oh, I'm sorry. I know I'm not gonna get to that goal within this month. Obviously, like to lose 34 pounds is impossible. But I really want to start getting.
Unless you drink a lot of coffee.
Listen, man, I ain't gonna go for that coffee.
Well, actually, technically, if you cut out like the sugar, you'll lose like 10 or 12 pounds.
Yeah, what's your diet, son?
Yeah. So like, I've cutting down what I drink, what I eat. You know, I still eat what I normally eat. You know, obviously that will never change because obviously food is always important. You need a well-balanced everything, you know. It's just now I've reduced the amount of how much I'm eating as well, and also kind of like spreading it out this time around. Instead of having like 3 big meals or 2 big meals, it'll be like 3 smaller meals just spread out throughout the time. And I'm doing stuff like that to kind of improve my body and make myself feel more fit.
What's your diet, son? Canned cheese. And what else? Yes.
But yeah, so this is my goal right now. I'm really loving the game. I will say I give props. I really give props to Nintendo with this game because they not only made physical activity fun, it the way you progress in the game is with your body. If your body hits the limit, that's going to be it for the day, you know, and come back the next day.
I'm just thinking of Wii Fit Trainer going, am I a fucking joke to you?
But yeah, so this is what I'm going to try to do every week. If we can, of course, if you guys would love to hear my thoughts on it every week on the pod, of course, at the chat, you'd like to hear more of my impressions on the game so far. I'd be more than happy to talk about it. But right now,
Day 5, I've coughed up my abdomen.
I think I'm getting to my goal. I don't know.
I lost weight.
Yeah, a shit ton if I lost that.
A whole abdomen.
How much does it weigh? Hell do I know, but I lost something. But yeah, so overall, obviously, since this is my first week so far with the game, my results are very minimal. because obviously I just began working out. My body just began doing these set
Your body
activities.
just went, whoa, what the fuck's happening?
What the hell? Why are you not being a lazy fuck? Get your shit back together like you were. Nah, I'm pushing myself.
Where's all the canned cheese?
Also, another cool thing that I love about the game too, because you could be playing the game for say 2 hours, right? The game could actually only say you've been actually playing for 50 minutes. Because the game only records the moments you do physical activity. It cuts out all the moments when you're in story modes or dialogues or making shakes or stuff like that. It cuts out all the unnecessary things in the game and only focuses on the moments when you're actually jogging in the field, doing your physical activities and / moves on enemies, and anything else in between that requires your body to move in some way, shape, and form. And the variety that the game offers is incredible because it doesn't favor anything. It has every single option available for you, whether it's to work on your abdomen or have your hands lifted up into the air and you have to stretch your body either to the left or to the right to move a cart, or even have to use to kind of like sail a boat. You have to like squeeze the ring con and actually like move yourself to the left and to the right with it to kind of row the boat. There's a lot of these elements in this game that offers so much variety. It even got to the point that even my mother's also having fun with the game too, because it's very simple. Because like she might not enjoy the adventure, but the thing that the game offers is that it also offers other exercise activities that don't need you to be in the adventure mode. So if you just say want to wake up in the morning, just do a simple wake up routine where it's like to work on your legs or to work on your body to get yourself set for the day. You can make your own fitness chart there. Get things done in like 5 to 10 minutes and then start your day with a good, with a good energy built inside you and whatnot from all the physical activity you've done. So that's what I'm working on right now. Week 1, I could say my minimum when I first started was only 27 minutes. But thank you so much for that, by the way, Jordan. You really are amazing for that. For subscribing with Twitch Prime. Absolutely appreciate it.
There you go.
But yeah, so I'm doing my best right now. I'm really hoping to get to
like
some
a
goal.
and get
All I want to do is just lose, man. In terms of lose my weight, and I want.
It's the game you want to lose.
Yeah.
Hey.
So everybody,
we're sponsored. Not just.
Well, I don't know, man. But
we're not sponsored.
We're
don't.
We're sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends, otherwise known as Pokemon Unite.
Pokemon Unite. By the way, I'm feeling. No. I feel very neutral about it. I mean, I'll give it a shot, but again, I don't really give a fuck about Dota or League of Legends, so I don't know. But
I thought we talked about this, huh?
We'll get into
we talked about it amongst ourselves. I don't think we talked about it with the pod yet.
Yeah, we never talked about it with the community yet here. We'll get to it in a minute. But overall, I hope you guys in the chat will continue to support me in this. I'm gonna do my best to continue to work daily, consistently, to get more fit, to just look better, to be better. Because at the end of the day, I only have one body. I better make the best out of it. So,
shit, where are your clones, KG? What the fuck?
I don't know where they are.
one body. Kev, go party. No.
One body.
I for sure am not going to be streaming this game because I don't want anybody to see me on the fucking floor when I'm done.
You're gonna look like a fucking fish.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna be like that Magikarp, man. There are those moments. You remember that one scene where Magikarp's on the floor crying? That was me at the first day.
Where your knees at?
KG jiggle physics. Fuck that shit.
What is this? What is this? Dead or Alive 90?
Azure Samurai is savage. Oh my god.
Don't worry. In 3 months, that jiggle physics will be long gone. But
is there gonna be an OMG mode for that?
Oh Jesus Christ! Yeah, we need an emo for that. I think we do actually.
Y'all clowning.
No, we have a face palm one. There we go. But yeah, so I'm really gonna do my best to see where things go from here, and hope you guys continue to give me your love and support for that. And hopefully every week I'll continue to give you guys updates as to just how I'm doing with the game so far, and let you know things from there. But yeah, for now, week 1. The maximum I've hit so far was only 57 minutes in game. I started day 1 with 27, and up to day 4, I got to 57 minutes. So
Nice.
it's
There you
like my
go.
stamina is improving dramatically. I think it's just because now that I'm starting to get the routine of how this functions, I'm starting to
Hmm.
feel more better with it. And also, I just want to
Mm.
progress in the game because, goddamn, it's so fun. It really is. Like, just
Yeah.
the level design's great. The visuals, animations, everything about it is great. The combat is great. And you can assign it to how you personally want it to be. You know,
Yeah.
it's not going
Yep.
to force you to do something until you get to like chapter 5 where it's going to be like, okay, we're in the leg chapter where it's like, oh, now you have to work on the legs side of things or
Yeah.
you have to work on the arms. But that's also part of the story. So it makes complete sense as to why that's the case. When you play the game, you'll understand.
The thyroid arc.
Week 2. So
Hell
I
yeah.
threw the ring as a frisbee and it hasn't come back.
Yeah.
I stopped
Thyroid
exercising soon after that. Then, nah, but yeah. So given that this is also still, yeah, we're still in quarantine time a little bit. I want to at least kind of get myself a little exercise somewhere around, here
Hmm.
where I don't have to go outside to do something like this. So, yeah, that's my story so far, and I'll give you guys an update as to how my second week is coming along next week. So I guess with that
Nice.
being said, though, you guys want to take a second to talk a little bit about this? And I say second because it's like I really got nothing exciting to say about Pokemon Unite. I mean, I know it exists. It looks cool,
Shut up.
but like they're
The
genuinely.
only, the only good, the only realistically, the only good things that they had about that announcement was the fact that Shokotan and the Pokenazo guy were in it.
Yeah, that was
I
it. I
well,
love that.
I played League of Legends a long time ago in college.
As have I, buddy. Yeah.
Yeah, and I thought it was an okay game. I know the community's kind of a whole nother story, but weirdly enough, like when I saw it, I wasn't upset. I was laughing. I was just like, because I wasn't expecting like anything huge.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad if we're gonna get anything, we'll get this. I see Pokemon's reaching out to this demographic now, which is fine. I'm glad actually that Pokemon is branching out into the standard like. You remember it started off as basically just a standard RPG turn based. Now we got what we got the trading card game. We've got the fighting game now. We got all sorts of different fun stuff now. So it definitely makes Worlds and Champions and all of those other Pokemon events very interesting to watch now. Because
Mm-hmm.
now they branch off into so many different types of tournaments, and this is no exception. Even Pokemon Go has its own competitive set. Like people literally, when we went to Washington, I saw people were on stage literally playing Pokemon Go, and I'm just like, really? So it's good to see that they've covered like a lot of their strategic bases when it comes to the platform of gaming. It's become almost more than just a gaming genre in itself. It's branched off into multiple, and I think that's kind of cool. And to me, this game, I'm not going to be playing it a lot on my own. I'm mostly going to be playing it with you guys. I think that playing it with you all is probably the only time I'm really going to get like a lot of enjoyment out of it.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, the game is designed to be in a group. You can't
Yeah,
really go at
it's
it alone.
designed to be in a 5v5 League of Legends layout
Unless you want to
situation.
be like those actual League of Legends game where they call you out on your bullshit, be like, "Wow, my mom could do better than you," or some shit like that. Wow.
Yeah, I'm actually really
Well, it's better.
interested.
It's better than getting like 360 no scope from a 12-year-old. So
I actually am really interested to see how the community is. The community just like the League of Legends community, where it's like, oh, this Talonflame player is some bullshit. Like oh, you picked Gengar. Gengar players are trash. Like I don't know why. I feel like will the same drama happen? Maybe not. Like there's no way to know.
Listen, man. This is the Pokemon community.
Anything could happen. Yeah,
No, everything will happen, and
everything can happen. Yeah,
it won't be the thing you want. It'll all be just negative, going left and right, being like,
yeah.
"God damn it, you piece of shit."
Right. No,
Play
you
your moves
idiot.
better. Why did you die here? You should have been better here, or something
Why
like
are
that.
you using Pikachu when they clearly are using Onyx, you dipshit?
This isn't the anime. You can't do this. Stuff
Oh,
like that.
God.
Shit like that's going to go down. And sadly, I think that's also going to be the thing that'll ruin my enjoyment out of it. As
I
long as
want
it's
them to
only
make somebody
us in
just
the call, you know.
somebody just mentioned Dash. I want them to make another racing game for Pokemon. I feel like that would be a welcomed thing.
Just make Pokemon, or not Pokemon, I'm sorry, Nintendo Kart at this point without the Mario Kart
Nintendo
character.
Kart without Super Smash Kart.
But another thing to note, I'm very disappointed with the roster. What the hell is with the roster for this game?
They're picking the usuals. That's what I don't like.
No, it's like it's all Kanto except Lucario and Talonflame.
Yeah, right.
The fuck?
Okay.
Flame is shit now.
Also, the official Japanese Pokemon YouTube channel posted an exhibition match between a person that has 2 Urshifu versus a person who has a Mimikyu, a Dragapult, a Venusaur, and a what the hell is that? God, what the fuck is it?
What's it look like?
Oh, what the fuck, man?
What does it look like?
It's like a big cotton ball with brown in the middle.
Whimsicott.
Thank you. My fucking brain doesn't work. I've been out all day.
Yeah, don't worry, buddy. We heard your adventures.
You been up for 10 hours.
Yeah, well, no, actually, technically, I've been up for like.
I mean, you've been working for 10 hours.
Yeah, so my brain was like, yeah. You know Pokemon names? Well, yeah, fuck you.
Pokemon, Whimsicott. Yeah, it's Whimsicott. What about him?
So it's just an exhibition match. They just posted it like an hour ago on the Japanese YouTube. I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah, because they haven't officially changed their VGC rules yet. Case in point, the starters, Gigantamax Pokemon are still banned. Venusaur and Blastoise are banned because they haven't lifted the thing yet. Like VGCs doesn't recognize that the Isles of Armor exist yet.
They never got their armor pass.
But the fucked thing is that you don't need the armor pass to get those. So I mean, to have those.
I know. I'm saying the official Pokemon company hasn't acknowledged the rules yet. Haven't acknowledged. I guess they're gonna wait till next season probably.
Yeah.
Which, but whatever. Because I made the mistake of giving Inteleon some soup so he can Gigantamax. Now I know I can just give him soup to revert him back to normal, but that just means I wasted some soup.
A max soup.
Yeah, now you got to use it again like if you have a Gigantamax, now you got to remove said Gigantamax. And
why did you Gigantamax with soup? Fuck you.
That's always a good one.
I'm trying to Dynamax. Dynamax, where are you at? At soup. Why are you trying to Dynamax at soup? Fuck you. And then it just shows the Gigantamax Pokemon.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Somebody make that, please.
But like at this point, I don't know how to feel about with Unite, to be honest.
It's not meant to be taken seriously.
No, but here's my issue though. Why the hell did they keep this separately from all the other things?
Now, if I'm mad at anything, that's what I'm mad at. I'm mad at
one word. China. That's it.
Yeah, I'm mad that I agree with KG on that one. I'm mad that they were like to be continued on our asses. And all they did was show off this bullshit.
All they could have done was say, we're working on a new MOBA game. Look at more information on it next week if you want to. Look forward to it.
Well, not even just that. They could have just popped it. It didn't even last that long. Like, the whole presentation didn't even last that long. They could have cut out some things and just went straight to the gaming stuff if they wanted to show us. Or they could have just shown us Pokemon Unite. And then if we wanted to look up more information on it, we can go to the actual YouTube video they made separately. Or they could have put it up on on the website or something. They did not have to put us on To Be Continued for a whole week in order for us to wait for the thrilling conclusion, only to find out that it's just punk-ass Pokemon Unite.
In MOBA, yeah, just a MOBA game. And it's okay, fine, it's a MOBA game and whatnot, but even then, your presentation was weak as hell. It didn't even do much to actually provide any form of excitement. Like, the way they described the things in the presentation were so boring They could have at least given a
In
little
the
more
battle
time to
itself,
it.
they edit and cut so much stuff. It's over before you even get to realize what the fuck. Like if you don't
know
play,
MOBA games last like hours. Like
if you don't play
they
League
cut
of
that shit for like
Legends,
5 minutes.
if you don't play League of Legends, you have no idea what the fuck you just watched.
Exactly. Even League of Legends fans could be in there and be like, the fuck?
Yeah, like everything was cut out and edited so fast. By the time we get to the team, Ishihara wins. I'm like, he did shit. What the fuck?
And then
They won.
No, the best one was the edit for that.
yeah, the edit where
Shit off me.
the scream that what was it, Tyler? I think it was Tyler.
The fucking the logo transition that killed me. The logo transition.
He's still screaming. He's still screaming while Ishihara's there on the face.
Yeah.
You just the shit off me.
That was so great. Like I loved it. Like the people who do edits like that is amazing. But
and so fast. That was like the day of.
Yeah.
Yeah, so overall, what can I say? It was pretty basic. It didn't do anything to hype anybody up. It exists now. Hell, even people from across the globe are very mixed on it. Hell,
Japan complained, and when Japanese people complain, you know you fucked up.
You know you messed up real badly, yeah.
What the fuck is that?
And overall, man, it was like nobody loved it. Everybody hated it. It was like everyone hates Unite now.
Everyone's united.
Everyone's united for the wrong reason. No,
I'm the weird one. I'm not the one that's upset.
But aside from that,
I feel neutral about it. I mean, I'll try it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it with you guys. Obviously we're gonna have a session. We have to.
Exactly. We're gonna have a session, but it has to be with us. It can't be anybody else but us. Because if we play with anybody else that isn't us or the people in the community, who the hell is gonna get any enjoyment out of it?
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta have the strategy, right? You have to have, that's the whole point.
We're gonna let Richie strategize since he's the veteran fucking League of Legends player.
Well, if that game even is similar to League of Legends, then maybe so.
Yeah.
Because the game it looks like it, but it doesn't.
Yeah, but it might be trash.
Yeah, it might be trash to the point that won't be competitive players on it. It'll be so simple, even we can get into.
LOL Unite.
Yeah.
LOL Unite.
Except you need to no. See, we need 5 players on our side.
Team.
Yeah, we will be the team PokePod, obviously.
Yep.
And that's it.
Team PokePod wins! Ah!
And the crowd goes wild. And in the background, you just see the other team just throw the controller on the floor and some shit. Another thing, too, I'm also disappointed. Why is there no support for keyboard and mouse on PC?
Mm-hmm.
That would have been that would have actually made me hype had we had that feature. Had we had keyboard and mouse, that would have actually got me excited to play the game. But no, it's all with either with controllers on the touchpad, and also on the Switch controllers too.
Yeah.
Unless you emulate Android, but like, who's gonna do that?
Right.
And even then, that's not even gonna feel proper because that means that the game wasn't built with keyboard and mouse in mind. That's only just you emulating it, So it's
you could run like Android x86, but I don't know how well the apps will run on it.
It's like it's like playing Super Mario 64 DS on a 3DS. Yes, it has the round thing, but the game wasn't designed for you to have that, and the game.
But to be fair, you also have the D-pad anyway.
Yeah, I know, but it should have been on PC too. I'm just saying, maybe they will make one later, and they probably didn't.
Yeah, they might, and they can't make the excuse all because it's Pokemon and Nintendo or whatever. They've made PC. I mean, the trading card game is for PC, so
exactly.
Yeah.
So what's their excuse for holding back on that? I guess they just
probably
want to see how the mobile scene is.
Probably because they don't want to use American DRM.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Only time will tell, ladies and gentlemen, until we find out more information.
Yeah, maybe in the future.
What? It's gonna be available in the Baidu store. Like, what the fuck? Like,
maybe they're doing this. They're starting it off as a test. They're testing the waters. They're seeing what happens. We might wind up. They're hoping for a Pokemon Go situation, which isn't gonna happen. Pokemon Go united us in a completely different way.
Yeah, no one ain't going. No one's
Yeah.
going for it for the right reasons.
We were able to bear those bad servers at the beginning of Pokemon Go, but once it finally like fleshed itself out, we finally got used to it and everything was good. And then there's Masters, which Masters is I want to say Masters is a success.
Oh, if they put that shit on Epic, nobody's gonna fucking play it.
Yeah, I want to say
Oh
Masters
my
is a
god! If
success.
they do that shit, I'm gonna be so pissed.
I think it's a little now personally. I think it's a little soon to be putting on like Pokemon's been doing a lot of mobile stuff as of like late. Like what we got Go, we got Masters, we got Cafe Mix, we got Unite. I'm sure there's some other games I'm missing.
Magikarp Jump.
Oh shit! Yeah, I have Magikarp Jump.
I completed that game already. I
I didn't
actually
even
went
know
out
you
of
could
my way to
complete it.
complete the game. Yeah, there's a.
I
there's
didn't.
a
I
server.
didn't know it. The way the game plays, I thought you could just play it forever.
No, you get to an end, and the
Just an
ending is
end?
actually nice.
I thought you just played it forever, like it just went on to the end of time.
No, that's Candy Crush, buddy. Candy Crush is the only one that does
Ah,
that.
okay. All
My
right,
mother's
gotcha.
at level 1,500 something at the moment. I don't even know. Like, how many levels is there at Candy Crush? Hell do I know? She's still playing till the end of time, man.
How many levels are there in Candy Crush? Yes.
Yes. But yeah, so we'll see how the game
And then
runs.
technically, Pokemon Home is a mobile game, technically, in the biggest, I say technical in air quotes.
Oh shit, Pokemon Home is now doing emergency maintenance apparently.
Yeah, the Zeraora then broke the fucking game.
Damn. Oh shoot, we also got an official artwork just recently of Min Min in Smash.
Somebody make the Wreck-It Ralph 2, Ralph Breaks the Internet? Can you put Pokemon Zeraora Breaks the Internet and put his face on the thing? That'd be great.
Hold on, I gotta get this artwork here real quick.
Zeraora
This actually looks
Breaks
really
the
nice. I
Internet.
actually like the design of this artwork here. Hold on,
Yeah.
let me just slap the image here for you guys in the chat to see.
Yeah, I will.
Here we go. Let's slap that there, and boom. This looks really nice. I'm gonna say that right now. That's a nice artwork that they made for Min. Also, why didn't we get this for like other characters? I'm just saying, like we never got one for Persona, for Banjo, etc. You know.
I think they're just now getting used to the concept of the new characters. It reminds me of the old Smash Brothers, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, it went for that nostalgic design. Hell, look at the
like,
Donkey Kong in the back.
I don't know if you remember the box art for the Nintendo 64 one.
Yes.
It reminds me of that.
Overall, I'm happy with Min Min's inclusion. You know, I never really got much to say about that in the last discussion, but Min Min, honestly, to me is a fan favorite character. I played ARMS before.
I think I might have to play ARMS just to get it, like just to figure it all out.
Yeah, there's a lot of lore in the game that I would love to see be fleshed upon more. I think they mentioned they were trying to do like a manga or some story series about that for a while now. And I think something like this with ARMS would be very beneficial, just to kind of expand on the lore. Because the characters are great. Like Min Min's whole story, Twin Tail's story, Ninjara, Springman. Like the way they become who they are and how they've gotten into the competitive scene in ARMS is actually pretty amazing. And then there are some characters who you find out who are villains at first, and then there's like a tragic past in their story that led them to become who they are now. So it's like you're learning about what happened before and now in the present. So the game has a lot of story elements to it that I think fans who enjoy the lore side of things will get a good kick out of. It's just that it needs to be fleshed upon more because
I mean, I'll say this: it definitely makes Min Min's trailer definitely made me want to get some ramen. It definitely made me hungry.
Oh yeah, I want ramen now, man. So bad. I want to go back to Manhattan, but I ain't going there. So
I ain't going there. There's a Backstreet Boys concert out there.
Yeah, hell no, I ain't got no tickets for that shit, man.
I don't want no tickets for that.
Exactly. So for now, probably until next year, I'll probably get me some good old ramen, or I could just make my own. That's a better option. But yeah, so anything else for things in gaming? Let me just take a look over here to the side.
I think we covered most of it. Like anything new happened in Masters recently? That I know that game's been relatively quiet except for the Jesse thing.
Yeah, okay, I guess we could talk about that since we're gonna transition into the anime stuff real soon. So yeah, according to like data mines and stuff that happened not too long ago, Jesse, yes, the Jesse from Pokemon is actually gonna be in Masters. And that to me is insane that they're doing that. And yet not at the same time, only because I remembered soon after that right, she appeared in Pokemon Yellow as well as
Mm-hmm.
in the Pokemon Let's Go games.
Right.
So, I mean, they're probably just doing that. I don't think they're going to go as far as to use the actual anime characters like Ash and Go, although that would be pretty hype to see because then, with all the characters that are present in the game, I would love to see if Ash appears. Like all the characters that he's traveled with, like Brock and Misty, they actually know who Ash is, so they have a story element to that. I think that
Yeah.
that would be kind of cool to see in the game if Ash is present in Masters, of course. And you know what? That would actually get me excited to play Masters again, honestly. I know a lot has happened since the time I dropped it out back in, I think it was week 1 of when it first launched.
Uh,
So hopefully, and given how TSS is also playing it on a daily basis as well, it's definitely probably improved by a lot for sure.
yeah.
And the game is very generous too at some points where it will give you 3,000 gems for just logging in or something.
Yeah.
The only issue I had with the Masters game at first is just I feel like yes, there was a lot of it in the game, but it doesn't feel like you moved anywhere.
Yeah.
But that was, of course, when it first launched. And any game that launches at first will
Oh
always get
yeah, it's gonna have a
improved
slow
upon
start.
later.
Yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully I can get back into Masters sometime later down the road and see how much has improved since then. But to those who played Masters on a daily basis, I'm kind of curious, like, how do you see the game so far since it first launched to where we are at right now? Has it improved for you? Is it still on the mixed side? Are you getting some fun out of it at least?
I I played it and had fun when it came out. I kept playing it. Then I took a big break. I want to say about a couple of weeks after. Then, like, I want to say recently, I picked it up again to do the Ho-Oh. I picked it up again around the time the Ho-Oh event came out.
Yeah.
And as tedious as it was, I did have fun playing that. Yeah, having playing with that. And then I want to say afterwards, I just been doing like the daily stuff here and there. I'm not as consistent as like TSS and the others, but I am doing the daily stuff sometimes, and it's still interesting. I mean, the gimmick is still there,
Yeah,
which is you
it's fan
unlocking
favorite characters.
the iconic gym leaders and trainers and stuff, and it gives you a chance to learn more about those characters outside of just the games that they've been in, and you. So yeah, you're still essentially unlocking characters. I think they've handled it a bit better though on how you do things. The battle system, while I think it's still relatively the same, it's still they have made some little improvements from what I've seen in the past that helped me like learn better how the fights work. Because I'll tell you that first week I played, I was so confused. They told me the rules. I think the problem was that everything was just happening at once. Like just 3-on-3 Pokemon were just knocking each other out so quickly, and I'm darting back and forth, going, wait, what's going on? How did he get knocked out? What the fuck?
Yeah, they just threw you into the battlefield without really
Yeah.
doing a really clean job with it.
It's like a commander told me everything to do the minute I get into war, and I was like, yeah, I got it, and then they kicked me straight into the battlefield, and I was like, suddenly, wait, why did I forget everything? What's happening? What's going on?
That's why when I played the game at first when it launched, I immediately went to just power up my partner's Pokemon so I could just be so OP to just sweep it because given the game did a piss poor job in teaching me the fundamentals of the game when it launched, I was like, okay, if you're not gonna teach me, I'm gonna just be so overpowered. I'm gonna just sweep everything and just see where the story ends.
Unintentionally, yeah, my blind, superpowered ignorance.
Exactly. So ignorance seemed to have won the war. I managed to get to the end, and Masters is now gone for me. So it's no longer in my
and when
phone.
you finally do get the grasp of it and learn how to play, it's actually pretty fun to play under leveled, because then it's all about strat. Because the game makes it fairly like, so if you're overpowered, you win defaultly, but if you're underpowered, there is still a way to win. You just have to have the right people paired up on your team.
Yeah. Another cool thing I like too, no stamina. So
Hey.
that's great.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's definitely good.
Yeah. If they had started with stamina for sure, I genuinely say if they had stamina in Masters, I know this sounds dumb, but I would have actually been playing Masters a lot more had they had stamina.
Really?
Only because then I couldn't have Bum Rush to the end.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah,
then I
because
wouldn't have
yeah,
seen how everything ended. Like it would
yeah,
have
you
given
wouldn't
me
be
more
able to
time.
end it all in one setting.
Exactly. But because it was designed like that, and given how simple it is to grind, when I could just be at work, I could just have it in auto repeat mode, and then I'm just grinding like as I'm doing my stuff at work. Then go
Hmm.
back and realize, oh, I gained like 1,000 of these things. Just level up all my Pokemon, and then go, sweep everything else in the story at
Right.
home. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, so that's just my take on it. I hope people who enjoy Masters are still getting a good kick with it, and more power to you. For now,
Yeah.
for me personally, I'm just not finding much fun in it, and that's only going from somebody who's played it for like maybe a few weeks, and that's it. And even
Mm,
like it even got to that point where even the Pokemon Masters devs had to actually come out and apologize for the way they handled the start of the game. So
right.
I hope they did a great job in improving it. I mean, it still exists. That must mean something. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's still sticking around. It's still got these special events coming out. So yeah, it got a lot of downloads. So that I think it's doing good.
okay, I'm glad to hear. I
Yeah.
know Nintendo recently had announced that like they're stopping mobile games now, like making
Oh,
mobile
they're
games.
done. Now they're done.
Now they're done.
But Pokemon just started.
No, well, to be fair, the Pokemon Company is its own separate thing compared
Oh
to
yeah,
Nintendo.
yeah, yeah.
I think like just in general, like they're still gonna support the games that they have on mobile, but they're not. They're gonna stop making more mobile games to
Yeah.
accompany it. Which I'm like, if that's the case, okay, that makes sense, I
I
guess.
mean, yeah, we've gotten quite a bit like from them.
Yeah, the Mario Kart Tour recently as well, and then
Yeah.
Dragalia Lost too, which not too long ago they had their Gala Dragalia event. So I mean, they're still supporting the games, and I hope it continues to stay supported. So fingers crossed for that. All right,
Yeah.
but that's really all I got to say about that so far. Is there anything else you wanted to say?
I think that's about it for me. TSS.
No, it's TS. Oh no, TSS I think had went away for just a wee bit.
Okay, cool.
I think he's
So
getting
we'll.
himself prepared for the eventual review that we're gonna have to get ourselves into in just a
Yep,
minute.
which is whoo, it's gonna be fun.
And quote unquote fun.
It's gonna be a trip and a half.
Mm-hmm. All right, let me just put my water to the side over here. There we go. All right, ladies and gents. I don't know what we're gonna go for this one, but let's get at it then. Let us talk about the recent episode of PM 2019.
Oh God.
How do I explain the
Whew.
story? I
It's
mean,
a two-parter, first of all, which
uh,
is kind of cool.
yeah, okay, let's start with that. I'm very glad that the way that they've designed this episode is like they knew what they wrote was not good enough for a full episode. So they're like,
Right.
instead of just throwing this to waste, let's actually incorporate it with another episode and actually make it a 2-in-1 and see how it goes. And to me personally, with Trip Acid aside, I think this is a really good first attempt.
I would say yeah, because I don't think Pokemon's ever done a two-parter before.
I know that they've done like those jokes, like with the Pikachu movie short in X and Y,
Mm-hmm.
but like I don't know how you view it. It's still all connected in one singular episode, whereas this one literally
Yeah.
time has
It's
passed. In
two
this one.
episodes with one tiny string of plot relevance putting them together.
Yeah, and that tiny string happens to be space.
Right.
Okay, let's get that out of the way. This episode is not filler. I know everyone's saying that, but no, this episode is indeed not filler. For one singular reason. Go unintentionally released his Magikarp, and then he regained it back in the next episode. So thematically,
I mean, wait. Because, like, did it confirm that Go got that Magikarp back, or is it just stuck there?
well, no, at the end of the episode, they mentioned that they reunited with the Magikarp that was gone.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, so I mean, it makes sense because like Go had lost his Pokemon. That's it. He lost it, and they actually carried over to the next episode. And
I actually would have been fine with that release. I would have been fine with Magikarp just being in space
but that
forever.
was the Lord, man.
I thought that'd be kind of funny.
Okay, I was surprised by that result. By the way, they pulled a Dragon Ball on that Magikarp.
Yeah.
You remember that scene where they actually had like Magikarp be like, hey, wait a minute, before you actually begin your fight though, Magikarp, get rid of the things you're actually having on your fins. Turns
Yeah,
out it
pulled
was
a
just
Rock Lee from Naruto and it threw off the weights.
yeah, and it's like, bro, what? And it was so heavy to the point that it broke the Machamp.
Yeah, like one of the Monchamps had a hernia.
That two Machamp had to come and pick up that said Machamp, and he was just crying in pain on the thing. I'm like, bro, I felt so bad for that poor lad. He didn't deserve it. But to me, like this episode was just an all-out balls to the wall. Create whatever you want to create and see how it goes. And like I mentioned before, I genuinely loved it. So let's begin things.
I think it was in Sun and Moon style comedy, but it was because of because they used such a smaller cast, a significantly smaller cast, it came in a smaller dosage and thus it was easier to digest.
And also what made it better too, personally, because it is a smaller cast, all the characters that were in there were used to their fullest potential.
Yeah.
You know, even you got to the point where even like Pikachu got used as well for like certain sequences. And also the MVP of this episode, Reboot. I mean,
Yeah.
Reboot's
Well,
face.
because he's playing straight, and it's hard to be wacky and comedic when you've got a Pokemon like Reboot that's trying to be cool and playing straight.
I love that they used Reboot for the straight man in the group, because normally it would tend to be Go, because he's always the one that thinks things, you know, a little more on
Logical,
the realistic
yeah.
side, yeah, and the logical side. So to have Reboot be the one to do that, I'm like, yeah, that is so perfect. It fits with Go so well as his partner Pokemon, of course. But I guess let's start breaking things down. There are 3 things that happen with this episode. Let's begin with number 1, the references. There are a lot of
There's a
references.
crap ton of them.
First off, shown off here right now in this image, Diantha from the Pokemon X and Y series was actually present in this episode via the magazine front cover. This episode did more for Diantha than I think that we've seen for a champion in a while, man. She is a fashion kind of model, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they did her fashion model thing.
Exactly, and we never really see that get fleshed upon at all whatsoever, because, well, we're not there no more, you know?
She's there's not much you can really do with it.
So it's like, instead of just having said character come back to continue to do her modeling, let's just incorporate her in some smaller ways, like have her be in a magazine front cover, make her be...
And it definitely expands the world that they live in. It's like they still recognize that she is a fashion model in the world of Pokemon.
Exactly. So to me,
I'm kind of wishing they'll do that with Nessa too, because Nessa is a fashion model too. Nessa, actually, we have quite a bit of fashion models in Pokemon now I started to think about it. We got Elsa from Black and White. We've got we got her from Black and White. We've got Nessa from this generation, and we got Diantha from Gen 6. So, yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, so there's a lot of things like that that are spread out. And I hope they continue to incorporate them, because it's great. Like, if we get more things like that. Somebody said Valerie as well. Yeah, you're right. With the clothing line.
Yeah, Valerie.
Yeah, so, like, hey, listen, try to throw a reference to Serena's design that she used for the what was it called? I was going to say Pokeathlon, but is that what it was called?
Tri-Pokemon. Yeah, I call them, and some people just call them the showcase.
Yeah, the showcase. So, I mean, it would be nice to see those kind of references be thrown in like that in the series. Not force it, just have it there as a nice little Easter egg, you know. And there was another one too, one for Sun and Moon as well. They actually bought the Malasada truck back as well, the one that they used to make their donuts in. That was there in the sequence when Meowth and Wobbuffet were playing with their toys.
Yeah.
So I like that bit too. So it's references like that are spread out throughout the episode, and that doesn't. I like the
reference. I like the reference, and obviously, I don't think it's gonna translate well, but I like the reference to when Ash and Go usually tell what the next episode's gonna be, or do the sequence for the next episode. But instead, it's Jesse, James, and Wobbuffet.
Oh yeah, where they do like the Pokeball.
Yeah, they do the Pokeball throw, like the Samina thing.
Yeah, and another thing as well, somebody pointed out, James was polishing his Pokeball collection too.
Yeah.
Which was in the previous series. I hope that doesn't mean his bottle cap collection is gone now.
I mean, they've used so many of them.
Yeah, to be fair, you're right.
So I'm not surprised if it is, but...
But yeah, so
Yeah.
aside from that reference, they also had another one as well that was used for the game Magikarp Jump. Yeah, that game that is now completed was brought up in this episode, like what, 3 to 4 years later after it came out?
Yeah.
So random, but like this made me appreciate Ghost Pokemon a little bit more because it got incorporated in a way that fits well with the narrative. It was about Magikarp Jump. It was about this one particular fat ass Magikarp that wanted to work out, and get fit to be able to defeat the Gold King and
Right.
claim its crown. And I love
And,
that they used it.
and I like that they in addition to that, it actually makes a lot more sense why Go decided to catch two Magikarp, because Magikarp Jump obviously requires you to have a Magikarp, whereas the other Magikarp that he caught will more than likely wind up evolving into Gyarados to make things a lot easier for him to complete the dex. Because rather than Go just throwing a Pokeball at Gyarados, I think what they'll probably wind up doing is his smaller Magikarp will wind up into like a funny situation where it evolves into Gyarados and causes havoc throughout the observatory or something. And
Yeah, and the
Ash and
Lord
Go
is
gotta
gonna
calm
stay
it
the
down.
Lord.
Yeah, and they gotta calm it down. Maybe the Lord, falls from like several heights in the air and slams down on Gyarados.
No, it's gonna break the ceiling again.
Yeah, and knocks it unconscious.
I would love for it if this is a nice little detail. Please have like tape on the ceiling that they first broke it in the previous episode, and just have
Right.
it break on like the other side, like a few inches away from that hole that was originally there. Be like,
Like,
God
how
damn,
come
we
every
just
time?
fixed this goddamn ceiling.
Right. How come every time with you guys?
Exactly. So I love this the Magikarp jump reference, and I thought
Yeah.
that was great. But there
I
was a
also like the Pokemon Stadium 1 reference that was in there. I don't know if this was intentional.
it
But
was
it was
also a
the
part of Jump 2, but I think I know which one you're talking about.
yeah, the little point meter that keeps track of the splashes.
Yeah.
Yeah, when Magikarp jumps, it keeps track of the splashes. Um, and I knew this question was gonna come up in the chat. I know that Boldor is not ashes; it's just a random Boldor. I looked it up.
Wait, how would you know that though?
Because like they brought up the fact that it was Boldor, and I tried to like see if which Boulder. I don't think it's Ashes. Like the only reason I know that is because why would it, out of all the Pokemon Ash brings back, it wouldn't. I don't think it'd be Boldor. I mean, even if it's for that short sequence, I think they would make more of a. If one of Ash's Pokemon is gonna come back, I think they're gonna make it more known
I
that it's gonna come back.
If it was to say be Ash's Boldor, it also fits properly with the game Magikarp Jump 2 because in that game, Boldor was the Pokemon that was used to help Magikarp, gain some strength as well. So it made
Yeah.
sense with the game, and that's it. But to me personally, just judging from it, I just think it's like a toy or something that just happens to weigh like a
Oh,
shit
just
ton.
over. Yeah, I mean, like to take anything in this episode super seriously is kind of silly within its own rights, but
Yeah,
yeah, it's just with that, I do love the fun stuff that they did in the training in order to I like the montage, if you will. But I kind of wanted like a funny moment where they do the montage and Magikarp's not ready and Ash is like, I wonder why it's not, and goes like, maybe because we've only been practicing for like 15 minutes or something.
that would have been a great fourth wall joke, honestly.
Yeah, like I really want them to just do that where like we've only been practicing for 5 minutes. That would have
Yeah,
been
but that
funny.
end result though, that was the thing that shocked me the most. The Buff Boys.
Yeah, and
Ooh, Lord.
yeah, with them being all buffed out.
Yeah, that's how Serena sees Ash all the time. Just,
Oh God.
I'm telling you, like that man was fit, and then there was Go who only worked on his upper body and just had like those knuckle legs from Sonic Boom.
Oh my God.
You look at it, I swear to you, it's like that. But I love sequences like that don't make sense with the story whatsoever. It's just something that exists, and therefore it gave me a good laugh. And I appreciate whenever a show can give me a good laugh like that.
I think what I appreciated about it was like you said before, was the fact that Go played it perfectly like comedic, while Reboot was playing it straight the whole time. He's the one that's like, are you guys serious? This is not cool at all. Like he's trying to be the cool one, and it's not working out because you know everybody else is being absurd. I don't know.
Yeah.
I like that level of chemistry when stuff like that happens.
And another thing too, to also help out with the montage sequence, the music. Like, what was their choice of music with this episode? It was
Oh, they used the gym leader theme a lot.
yeah, and I'm like, bro, I love the song so much, but it was so hilarious seeing a song that was meant for battles be used as a sequence to get a Magikarp to be fit of all sequences, you know.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that, and also people were able to get that rip out pretty proper because this episode had a lot of like mute sequences where they just let the
Yeah.
music play itself, and then you could hear the song a lot better because of it.
That's
So
good.
yeah, I got to hear the song a lot more clear in this episode, and therefore it made me appreciate the gym battle version a little bit more. So
Yeah.
I loved it. But aside from that, though, let's actually get to the main tournament at hand then for this one. So there
Yeah.
is this guy, the king
The
himself.
Koi King.
Yes, the king himself, and then his Koi King or King. How did they call that? Gold King, Gold King.
Gold King. TSS will probably be the
Yeah,
one.
I think it was just Gold King because it's a gold
Yeah.
Magikarp, and just the sequence of all the Magikarp just flying into the air in that animation moment, it was great as
Yeah.
well. But the moment when they get to the finals and you see these two characters going face to face, where it's like, oh, my Magikarp hasn't really been in its full 100%. In this episode, or in this fight, we're gonna go super serious, and then goes like, hell yeah, we're gonna go super serious. Let me get my weights out of my Magikarp that for some reason it's been carrying the entire fight, and the result was astonishing. it it launched itself so high up. It went to the reaches of space.
It like broke the sound barrier and like burst through the ozone layer.
And then the Magikarp just like looks up into the horizon, looks at the camera, and then they get like a zoomed up shot of the Magikarp, and then he just has like that, like at last I'm finally free or something like that, you know?
Yeah, I like how cool Ash is with it. He's like, well, it's gone now.
At least that wasn't my Pokemon, so I could care less.
And
I
then
also
I
love
think
how,
he narrates the goodbye to and goes like, why are you the one doing that?
and then he does the the cold joke with the Magikarp,
Yeah.
Koi King or something like that. So
Yeah.
I love that little
Isn't
part.
that a reference to the game too?
No, it's a reference to the Casa King or whatever his name was.
Ah, yeah. That's right. Yeah.
So he was making a pun out of that. But yeah, it was it was so funny just seeing Ash hold a book, just reading the lines of the episode itself. He took the narrator's job in that sequence there.
Yeah.
Like the narrator lost some money because now Ash took that line for the narrator role there for a bit.
Right.
So I enjoyed that. Yeah, you're right, chat. Ash did pull Alana in this sequence. Even he did like the little tongue stick out sequence too. So if you want to say that's a reference to Lon, this whole thing, then yeah, there you go. I like that little cute moment, honestly.
Yeah, it got straight to the point. I mean, obviously there was a whole tournament, and there was only 2 rounds in the tournament, but they did that obviously to move things along because we got a whole nother episode to play.
Yes. And now, with that being said, Magikarp in this episode, the way it ends is Magikarp's dead. Like literally, it's in space. How do you expect it to survive?
Yeah, it's gone. It's gone.
It's
I would
straight
have
up
actually
gone.
been kind of cool with that ending. Just like for normally, like obviously Pokemon death needs to be handled with care, but this, like, I would have let it fly, pun intended, just only because of how absurd it is. Like I can believe that.
Yeah, they like. I wonder how your Magikarp's doing in space, and then they just
Yeah,
transition
like
to
it's
like
in
a
space.
frozen Magikarp just flying in space.
Right, like I could have accepted that type of ending. Yeah, he's in space. It's cool.
Yeah, he's up there. He really did become the Lord in that moment,
Right.
the Lord of the Skies. But now,
Yeah.
yeah, he's dead in this episode. So now we move on into the next episode. We Go now having one less member in his crew. Ash and Go decide to head to the Yavon Island. It's literally an island filled with nothing but
With
Slowpoke.
Slowpokes. Yep.
And of course, they had to go out of their way to play that one song. Yeah,
Oh, they played the
yeah,
Slowpoke song. Yeah, I was
yeah.
surprised by that. The reggae one.
Yeah, Yadon. I also love that they even got moments to actually animate the sequence to fit whenever the Yadon would appear on screen.
Yeah.
And then even the Pokedex entry also took us a line for the song as well.
Yeah.
Like when they were gonna say, the Yadon part. No, she ended up saying that part instead. And so you got to see her just describe all the Yadon and whatnot. And out of nowhere, everybody's so excited. And then in the background, Ash, for some odd reason, is just having his good old cup noodles soup there, just slurping it down and being like, "Yeah, I love everything about this." And the soup's great, by the way. Also,
Right.
that has to be a reference to cup noodles. I mean, Koi King noodles, I think, is probably what it would be.
We're sponsored, go.
This episode was sponsored by Cup Noodles. Transition to commercials then and there.
Right.
But yeah, so as this is happening, I don't understand this. Slowking appears out of nowhere, and it's holding a bowl. It has an actual human plate, like a bowl of noodles,
Yeah.
just as it's walking to Ash and Go. First of all, where the hell did he get that?
Who
And
knows?
who made the noodles for him?
It's got a high IQ. It probably made it.
He just made, like, he just used his brain and just made that shit pop.
Yeah, he molded the rock out of psychic powers, and then he stole the ingredients for the noodles.
But yeah, so what happens is that the Slowking, he's just casually walking up to the others, and he's slurping on some noodles. They for some reason put a lot of emphasis on the fact that he's eating the noodles, and then as that happens, what goes is like, okay, I finished my noodles. I see that you have some noodles there. Just glares at it, and Ash is like, so these are the ones you want, right? So okay, here, you can take the noodles. He eats it, and I guess as a way of peace offering for giving said Pokemon the noodles, it just swaps the cup with the thing that's attached to its head.
The shell, yeah.
You can actually get rid of that shit?
Apparently, I mean, it's got high intelligence, so use the intelligence to remove the shell, but the high intelligence comes from the shell, so I'm not sure how that happened.
It would have been intelligent enough to realize it would lose all its intelligence had they taken the thing out of its head. But it's just like...
Well, yeah, I would say because the toxins in the shell is what gives the Slowpoke the intelligence. So I don't know.
Yeah, and then, like, I just love how they particularly made to where you cannot see Slowking at all.
Yeah, without his head.
Exactly. They have the camera specifically designed to where you can only see the cup noodle head at that point, and that's it. You never see the rest of his body because it just does not look right when he doesn't have the crown on his head.
Right.
But soon after that, so yeah, the Slowking has the cup noodle now for a crown, and the actual Slowking crown wounds up on Ash's head. Also, by the way, that thing's alive. The fact that it just blinked randomly was scared the shit out of me.
It's always been alive. It's been alive ever, like, even in the Slowbro episode way back in OG.
I know, but it just confused the shit out of me, though.
Yeah, it's been alive. It like, even I think it's Pokemon Crystal Sprite shows it looking at its own shell, and they both blink.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, so the thing is alive, it breathes, it's its own entity, and suddenly as that happens, goes like, "Oh my god, Ash, are you okay?" And Ash responds with, like, the most English of English that you could
problem.
think. I'm excellent.
I'm excellent.
And I'm like, what is happening? I was expecting him to speak like Terry at that point, like, "Are you okay?
Are you okay, go? Bust out.
As you're in the wrong series." But no, it was like that is pure English at its finest. Like,
I love it, yeah.
Yeah, and then he would say things that just are so absurd, like compliance, my welcome my Yadon kingdom, or something like that.
You will join the Yado army.
I love this, Ash. This was the most comedic Ash that I've seen from when he was possessed by something, you know?
I like the fact that since he has the advanced intelligence, when they try to take the shell off, he dodges all of the attacks.
Yeah, he dodges it with swift and ease. Is like, oh my Goku, and you can't do that, you know?
He becomes Ultra Instinct Ash.
Yeah, just dun 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 dun. It just plays in the background.
Yeah, I liked that too. I like when they one of the things I do like too was when they did that. I like the Pikachu shocking the Slowpoke scene because it takes a while for them to feel pain, so they're just chilling, and all of a sudden, fuck, pain, it hurt.
They start freaking the hell out.
Then they faint, like last minute faints.
Yeah, I love when they actually acknowledge the Pokemon's dex entries and actually stay true to that core, you know? So seeing that was nice. I also like how even Ash at the point when he was possessed was like, stop my, stop Pikachu-kun or something like that, you know?
Stop my Pikachu.
Yeah, like the way Ash speaks in this is so hilarious because he's like, first of all, he's not even Satoshi no more. Let's call him by his real name, Sato King.
Which, how are they? I wonder how that's going to translate in English. Are they just going to call him Ash King?
That doesn't sound right though.
I'm not sure what they're going to call him though in English. Ash is a one-syllable name.
Sorry about that, guys. Work at 11 o'clock at night. Because that's what the hell happened.
They might call him Ketchum King or something.
Welcome back, though, buddy.
Yeah, because I have lots of things to say, too.
All right, well, I guess we'll allow you to give your end of the part, I guess, when we get to finishing just this segment right here, then, TSS, if you don't mind.
They might call him, he might call himself Ketchum King or something to match the syllables, because Sato King, that works only because, you know, his name's Satoshi. But I'm not sure if Ash King's gonna sound quite the same.
Yeah, and then somebody tries to slow catch him.
Slow catch him.
No, I don't personally think so, and I'll explain to you in a few moments.
All right, but yeah, so I love that he was called Sato King, the Yadon Master. He's not a Pokemon Master no more. No, he's a Yadon Master. He's actually an influencer.
Oh God!
As he wants to just get all the Slowpoke to just be acknowledged around the world and whatnot. I'm like, bro, what the hell did they do to my boy?
It makes me a little concerning knowing that there's a shelter out there who wants to convert people to fucking slowpokeism.
I love it too. He's like, join me, go, and together we shall we shall ignite the.
Our synergy shall rule these slowpokes.
Yes, we are. You see, the thing is, the Slowpoke and you guys are my family. I can't allow you guys to be fighting against each other.
I like how Go immediately thinks that he's gonna be the slow bro one though.
No, because Ash does say here, as like the peace offering, he doesn't call him to be a slow king. He tells like Go to be the slow bro.
Yeah, here you'll be the dumb one.
And that's why they transition to the scene where he's like, yeah. And I died laughing when that sequence happened because it was like that face right there was so perfect, and the voice acting for that one line was brilliant. I just loved it so much. It doesn't make sense, but it's so good.
Now we are gonna hit my least favorite part about probably this whole episode, which it's minor. It's very minor.
I wonder if you have the same reasoning as I do. I'm curious.
The minor part is, so they get the shell off. And they get it off Ash, and then it winds up on Go, which it's funny on Go. And then it winds up on Pikachu, which is hilarious. Then it winds up on Reboot, which is kind of funny too. But then it keeps doing it, and then it starts to run its course. Like the joke at this point has already ran its course. It's not funny anymore. They're leaning towards Sun and Moon levels of overdoing it.
Yeah, they should have just cut it out by like maybe 30 seconds or something, and just had got that out of the way quick and then. But like everything else was like fine to that moment, but it was okay because it was only just a little bit. It was just.
I mean, if that's my only criticism about the episode, that's actually pretty good because that like I said, the joke just ran its course. That's all. I mean, it was funny. It was definitely hilarious. It's just I didn't need to see that joke done like 5 more times. I got it the first time.
I think my favorite thing about it, though, was just how every time they get possessed again, they only had a chance to say one word. So you would hear them say, like, ghetto, compliance, success, shit like that. And then Oh yeah. By the way, before we continue on, as this is happening, for some apparent reason, you remember that thing we were just talking about like a few minutes ago? That
Yeah.
thing in space. Yeah.
The Magikarp.
It wound up actually flying down. And who would have thunk that it would actually land in the spot that Ash and Go just happened to be in that? Also, yeah, somebody mentioned it too. The music sequence as well is great in this segment. Like I love the part when they had the Mr. Mime music play when they were talking about Go becoming the Slowbro, like dun dun dun, you know that one.
Yeah.
The goofy song, like it just works so well with that sequence. But yeah, so at the end, the Magikarp fell down. It poofed. It somehow managed to lunge on top of the crown, land back on the Slowking, and now it is the true Yado King that exists on top of whatever that thing is on Slowbro's head or Slowking's head. So yeah,
the shelter that exists on Slowking's head.
and then everybody was like, "Well, that was the thing, I guess." So, episode
Well,
ends.
that happened, right?
And well, actually, it doesn't actually end. What actually happens really at the end is that we go back to Team Rocket. Team Rocket's there. They're like, "Oh man, I'm bored again." You know, let's actually try to call out
the way it starts off too, because it starts off in dead silence, just like how the episode began. I almost thought my episode on the source that I was watching it on. I almost thought that it reset itself. I was over checking the timeline, like, wait a minute, I'm not going crazy, am I?
No, that was the whole joke I think they were trying to do.
Yeah, they started it over, and when they started it over, it kept making me think. I was like, wait a minute, is the episode replaying itself?
I think my favorite thing about that ending, too, is that they actually didn't just copy and paste it, because in the second variation, they actually had some additional figurines on the floor as well. That wasn't in the first variation, so it's a nice little detail.
Right, I mean, it still begins off with Jesse reading the magazine, though, so I was thrown off. I'm like, wait.
Why was she still reading the same magazine by this point, you know?
I was like, wait a second, hold on.
Yeah, it could have switched to Alessa for that one, but whatever, that's a small nitpick. So, Jesse's like, okay, you know what, I'm bored, what should we do? James is like, hey, why don't we just go train our Pokemon? And I'm like, what Pokemon, first of all? So,
right.
Secondly, it's like, okay, so let's call the Get machine to come over here, get the Pelipper to come drop the machine, and we can have some fun with that. So she tries calling the machine to come, and what happens is that somebody knocks on the door. In the first round, when this happened, it was based on the actual Pelipper to come down to highlight what was going to be shown in this episode.
Right.
The second variation was for some really random ass reason. The man himself was actually there, the Kasu King. I think that's how you pronounce his name.
Yeah.
He showed up and he starts making the puns of the Magikarp, and James he has a smile on his face as he just grabs the door, slams it, and bam, straight to the ending. Like it was just cut out beautifully at the end of that episode. He just slams that door shut and is like, end of the episode. Begin ending now. I love that. That was beautiful timing with comedy, man. That's my favorite James moment right there.
Yeah, and it was completely quiet, and like less is more, because it gave off the subtlety of the silence and just the awkwardness of it all, and that's what made it really funny.
Yeah, because Kasuke was gonna come and say something else, but James is like, nah, fuck that shit. I'm just gonna close the door then and there. So overall, my take on this episode, aside from that very ending with the whole plain hot potato with the crown, I generally had a blast with this, both subbed and just watching it raw. I think this episode did an amazing job with what they tried to do. They knew that the story that they wanted to make was something that could not be structured enough in a full-fledged episode. So they decided to be like, let's not actually remove this. Instead, let's try to have some fun with it and incorporate it here in this episode and make it a 2-in-1. And to me, I think because of the expressions alone and the wackiness that was in this episode, I loved it, because we never really get something like this to this extent. It's so balls to the wall crazy. Hell, even Sun and Moon never would go to this level at some points, man.
Well,
I'm talking about like with the buff Satoshi, for example.
Well, I mean, no, but there's other things, and again, when I'm going to talk about.
Yeah, I know you missed out some of the elements that we talked about before, like the references to Diantha and the Malasada truck.
Yeah, but there's actually more that I want to mention.
Of course,
there actually are some things that some people may have not noticed, and I'm going to actually
Yeah, we
notice right
saved
now.
those for you because we know you are more on like the deeper end when it comes to references. We only just talked about the ones that are in the Pokemon series itself. We know there's a lot of
Yeah.
in jokes in there that have
Right.
also elements that come outside of the show or the series in general that I know
Well,
probably most
actually,
of us will not be able to get.
well, actually, it's not just that. There's actually other things. So,
All right, well, I feel like I managed to say what I wanted to say. Tyrone, did you as well?
Yeah, I said everything I needed.
All right then. Well, TSS, take it away, buddy. I'll leave you there.
okay, okay. So we're going. So first of all, we're going to the Magikarp part. The Kaza King and the Koi King part. First thing to note is that not only it's a reference to Magikarp Jump, but it's also a reference to Pokemon Stadium because
Yeah,
the original Pokemon Stadium, had the Magikarp Jump thing as
yeah,
well.
we touched that in the
So
recap.
okay, so that's number one.
Mm.
So the weird thing also about it was, well, I love the Galar Gym remix, coming through. It was actually like the third remix, I believe. That was really fun. Obviously, the buffness, that was some great stuff. Just seeing, Koi King being fat and then all of a sudden just getting all the muscles, that was crazy. The launching into space gimmick, that was pretty freaking cool. So overall, it was a great segment. Now we'll go over to the Yado King segment, which actually has some interesting things as well. First of all, Marina Eicholtz, or Go's Rotom Dex, actually mispronounced Yadoran incorrectly, called it Kedoran instead of Yadoran, even though the closed captions had it correct. So that's a script. That's a dialogue error. So in the Dex entry, she accidentally said Kedoran instead of Yadoran. Um, in terms of in terms of Satoshi getting possessed, people say, "Oh, it's a JoJo reference." No, it's not. It's actually a reference on if Satoshi was a company president or a scientist, the way
Mm.
that he was talking. Um, the English is quite funny. It was yeah, it was amazing. Also, there was a reference again. People don't get this, so they played the Yadon song, right?
Mm.
So when Satoshi recognizes, okay, he's eating cup ramen, Yado King's eating udon, and of course, udon is one of the misheard lyrics in the full song. Donairayan, let's see, Dorairayan udon. So that's part of the full version of the song. So that's another thing. But in terms of timing, I would say that this episode is one of the best episodes, the best structured episodes in the entire filler episodes in the entire series, even to the point where during the sponsor plugs, after the who's that Pokemon, they
Hmm.
mentioned that it's special number two. So they
Nice.
so they so they actually reference that this is a special. Now it's a regular episode, but this is the first episode in the series that is true filler. But they did an excellent job on both halves. They did what they had to do. They referenced both songs that are on YouTube and have been released on DVD.
Hmm.
So that was a really cool concept. Um, the whole Satoshi pretending that he's freaking like this company president, scientist guy. Some of the funniest things that I've ever seen. The timing couldn't have been better. The reboot faces on the first half. It's like what the fuck is this now? It's like what the fuck is he doing now? So it's
Raboot
like,
was basically the person taking the episode seriously or taking it straight. Like that was
yeah,
they were the
it was
one.
it was the straight man.
Yeah, Raboot was representing the people who are watching like this series and taking this episode completely dead on serious.
Reboot became the removed.
Yeah, literally. Whereas like Ash and the others are playing the goofy role, and it's kind of fun to take characters out of their dynamic, and to see Go was acting like silly in this one.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, and also was like and Satoshi was all spewing out all of the like the company terms, which is really freaking funny.
Yeah.
So I thought it gave
This
an excellent.
episode is gonna be one of
Yeah.
the oddest ones to dub. Like,
Yeah, it's compliancy hunt.
yeah, like I'm not sure how
Compliance
they're gonna
violation.
dub it. Like, what is the dub?
We are gonna. Well, first of all, we know at least two things are gonna happen. Number one, it's gonna be ruined. Um,
I love
that's
that.
number. I mean, yes, because the problem is they're not going to be using the same insert songs. We are not going to hear even though the Magikarp song exists in English.
You know
They're not.
TPCI ain't gonna
They're
do
not.
that shit.
They're not going to use their own fucking song because they're cheap fucks.
They're
Yeah.
cheap even to
I mean,
themselves.
the only thing I could probably think they might do for Ash is when they put the shoulder head on Ash's head. I think what they're gonna do is probably make him have a British accent. That's the only like Sarah's gonna have to probably bullshit a British accent. And
Maybe
the only reason
not.
I say that is because we in America, for some reason, associate British with like the upper class, the sophisticated, the far more mature and intellectual. Like, I don't know. That's why I think that.
I personally would think is he would just start talking like a freaking scientist.
I mean, what's a
or
science?
or, or math or mathematician or some shit.
I
Like,
mean, yeah, but that's an occupation. How do you? I'm trying to figure out because a scientist could be from like anywhere in the world.
yeah, but I'm just saying that the vocabulary, like you could be using like vocabulary that's in like a professor would use.
Well, I
That's
say
very
this because
complex.
they've done this type of situation before in like several American cartoons. Like I know in American Dad, there's a character called there's the fat character. I can't remember his name right now. Not Snot, not Toshi, the other kid that's like really fat, and he's got this side where if he doesn't take his ADHD medicine, he actually becomes this really smart Barry. Thank you. Barry has this thing where if he doesn't take his medicine, he instead of being like a happy doughy kid, he's like this really smart, sophisticated guy, and they make his accent British. Oh, they give him a New York accent. What is it, New York accent? Donnie Arts is saying New York. Yeah, and he's like evil. And I know Stewie from Family Guy, he's got the British accent going because they associate British with like the intellectuals.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like my mind control device runs on energy powered like I don't know, they always give them that high sophisticated like super smart like aha, yes, quite an indubitable hypothesis on your side. Like so Sarah might have to like BS a British accent.
You know what would be the ultimate
Well,
insult to injury, though?
here's the issue. As a New Yorker, it's a bitch to do a fucking British accent. I cannot do it. The closest I can get is Scottish, and that's if you freaking numb my vocal cords.
That she's a
No.
voice actress. She's gonna have to do it. She's gonna have to figure it out.
No, here's the thing you could do, and this is the ultimate insult, but I think it will just be downright. With how this episode is, just get Veronica Taylor to voice it.
That would piss me off, but still be the funniest thing ever.
Yes, just do that shit. Do that. I think that would be great comedy, honestly.
Have her guest voices Ash for that part and make her the Ketchum King.
Exactly. There you go.
Yeah. Pikachu, I am the Ketchum King.
Stop my Pikachu King.
Stop my Pikachu.
So yeah, like get a different VA. I think that would be better.
That would be pretty
But
funny.
it would be more hilarious if they actually got Veronica Taylor.
I mean, they did do now, KG. They've done something like that in Dragon Ball, or in Dragon Ball Super, when they had there was a purple blob that took the form of another character, and it took the form of Vegeta, made a clone out of him, and instead of having Christopher Sabat do the voice of the clone, they had
the original, didn't they?
yeah, they had the original Vegeta from the Ocean dub do the voice, and so yeah, they could, that's definitely on the table as a possibility.
Congrats, Donnie, on being able to do a bitch accent of all things.
I can do a bitch accent.
Bitch, yes.
I'm not gonna wear a mask, me.
But
God's wonderful breathing system. Anyway.
yes, indeed. There you go.
The system.
Yeah, System of a Down. But yeah, so overall, like I said, this is one of the greatest executed fillers of all time.
I'm glad, like KG said, I'm glad they split it up into two because it gave us just enough breathing room to take in both jokes. Because essentially, like each episode has multiple jokes in them, but they boil down to one joke. Go's Magikarp is way too powerful, so it jumped to space. So it lost. So in an attempt to make it strong enough to win the contest, it ironically lost it because it wasn't able to land because it was too powerful. The other joke in the Slow King joke is that the helmet changes the intelligence of the wearer. So the struggle is, how to deal with super intelligence.
Exactly.
So yeah, they're essentially dealing with two different jokes, and the jokes hit home pretty well with multiple mini jokes revolved around it. And since it's 2 episodes, it has just enough time to spread those jokes along because there have been a lot of episodes in Pokemon, in almost every episode of every series, where they try to be comedic, but it doesn't work because the series still has to has to push a story line. And 24 minutes is too long for some jokes.
Well, and also the other problem is we're talking about them trying forced comedy instead of going into it and it's like saying, okay, we're not taking ourselves seriously, so we got to do that. Also, Kakigori, I love that face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm guessing the story writers and animators and everything, they definitely had fun with this episode. Like it's very clear that they had a lot of fun making this episode, which is good.
And it was actually pretty well animated too.
In dark times like this, sometimes we just need a bullshit episode.
And this was definitely something I think we definitely needed. I love how this episode came before the big episode happening next week.
Well, yeah, that's how it always goes. Like, it's like
this reminds me of like that dumbass Clement episode before the league one.
Yeah, like I like that episode too with the machines that do way too much.
Yeah, there was that.
Because I like when the machine does all of it, and Serena just looks at it and goes, "Well, what's the point of all of that? Why can't we just do this?"
Yeah, she was trying to be the straight man in that group for a second.
Yeah, it's great.
So yeah, things like that. I feel like they nailed the comedy with this one. Minor nitpicks aside, I still believe this was a full-on enjoyable episode. As long,
definitely,
of course. Comedy is subjective. Everybody has their own taste when it comes to comedy. Will some enjoy it? Yes. Will others not? Of course. Not everybody's gonna come out with the same enjoyment. I'm just happy that, to me personally, I enjoyed it, and I got a good laugh out of it.
My thing is, I'm not upset with the fact that it's a Bizarro episode because you all know me. I'm more of the action and story driven Pokemon fan. But the only reason I'm not terribly about it because it happened after the Karina episode and before the Raihan episode. So the comedic episode is sandwiched in between two plot relevant episodes. So I'm not gonna lose sleep over the fact that we had it. Now, let's say we had a bunch of BS episodes and then this one. Yeah, I would have been starting to get a little aggravated because then at that point it would feel like we're just playing around. But if it's sandwiched between two serious episodes, that's fine.
You bring that up, and I didn't even think about that. Yeah, we had a lot of main focused episodes with a lot of the Pokemon and characters that sometimes we just need a little breathing space. You can't always just go all full on action every single week. You need to kind of keep things a little low, to get everybody back down to speed. And
now, if the Pokemon, if they had done the Pokemon fighting over the food and then the Team Rocket and then this, that would have been a little much. That would have been a little too much.
Yeah, I'm glad they spaced things out.
Yeah, that would have been a little too much goof.
Not enough goof for me, man. More goof. Yeah. I demand 3 episodes in one now.
But yeah, they did. I'm glad they were able to. You know what? It's too many episodes. I honestly thought that was an okay way to handle it. And then right afterwards, we're going back to Galar with Raihan and Sonia. So that's fine. I can live with that. And I think we get Sobble soon at some point.
Nice. Yes. Yeah, I believe Sobble, Galarian, Farfetch, Sonia, Leon, and Rhyhorn are expected to appear in next week's episode.
Yeah, so that's good. I can live with, that.
Yeah.
Well, and also because the whole Satoshi gag that we've seen here today hasn't really been used.
Yeah, that's another thing. There was
Yeah, I mean
creativity.
there has been possession, but it's always been like serious. I'm gonna freaking destroy
He's
your.
always been evil.
Yeah, it's like evil. Now it's nice to see like like spewing nonsense. That's just,
The Yadon Master, an influencer for Yadon. Shit.
no. It's like no. What was it like? It was what the fuck was the other one?
Thinking about it. Let me see. There was
Well, there
Yadon,
was the one in the battle pyramid where he was evil, but that was
No.
because the
the
king possessed
Hoopa,
him or some shit.
the Hoopa movie.
Well, the hoop was fake. That one didn't happen.
Yeah, you're right. That shit happened. That's
Yeah.
connected to the
Yeah, because we're never gonna get critical success factor
Oh,
ever
yeah.
again.
and that hurts the most, man. I want to see this Satoshi again at some point.
You
But-
know what? If they have it as like a 5-second gag and like an episode like a year from now, that'll be cool.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
I hope that like when we come back like next week, we actually see the Slowking and the Slowpoke be caught by Go. Because
I was thinking Go didn't catch anything this episode, did
he
he?
wanted to catch the Slowpoke, but because of the whole Yadon Master Sato King happening about
Yeah.
talking about family and whatnot, and more focus on trying to get the goddamn crown out of their heads, they didn't really catch anything. So
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's pretty much what happened. And even when Go got possessed, he did state he wanted to catch all the Slowpoke. Also, by the way, what the hell is with these goddamn spiraling Slowpokes eating each other's tail, making a circle and whatnot?
That's
in the
whole point
video.
of the
That's
song.
that's in the music video.
That's in the Yadon song. Yes.
Yeah, it's in the music video.
I know, but like I just want to know, like, is there outside of the song, is that something that
Well,
they do?
The joke also is that the Slowpoke tails are sweet. They're a delicacy. So maybe the Slowpokes are so stupid that they're willing to eat their comrades' tails while their comrades are still attached to them.
And then the comrades that they trusted are now eating their said tail, and it's just a never-ending
And it's
cycle.
a weird human centipede situation.
Yeah. Slowpoke are cannibals. Shit.
I mean, the tails fall off and regenerate, so I don't think they even care. And remember, Slowpokes can't sense pain until like way later. So by the time they realize it, it's already done happened, and they don't care.
Yeah, they grow their tail back, be like...
They're very simplistic creatures.
They'll be like, "Fuck!" Well, once they get their
I
tail
don't know
back.
why I think of the Family Guy episode where Peter, Quagmire, Cleveland, and Joe are out at sea. And Peter's like eating something, and they're like, "You've had food this whole time," and they find out that it's Joe's legs, and he's like, "You've been eating me." And then Peter's like, "See, I didn't want to talk to anybody about this because I knew you were gonna be like this. You've been eating me."
Nah, but yeah, I'm happy with this episode, man. I couldn't have asked for a nice relieving episode. After all the episodes we've gone through already, it's a nice break of pace. So now
Yeah.
next week and even onward, we're gonna get a lot of main focused episodes. Obviously on Raihan, then the next one on Sable, and so on.
Sobble.
Also,
Sobble.
quick question,
Sobble.
because I'm still confused by this. Where the hell is Morpeko?
He's in the... I don't know.
Like, I could have sworn he was in the trailer. Am I confused or
It
something?
might be.
threw him out.
It might be in the next step, because remember it's Sonya.
Probably, yeah. Go probably catches it randomly while I was like eating their snacks when they made
And
it to
before
Galar or
Yamper
something.
gets replaced and is now part Morpeko's Sonya's partner.
Yeah,
Pokemon.
Morpeko's the new Yamper.
But then now it makes me question, like, where the hell is Marnie then? It's like, what's gonna happen there?
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. I completely forgot about that until you just mentioned it.
Also, another thing, we did get an episode title just confirmed not too long ago. Episode 30 for PM 2019, The Reluctant Pikachu.
Oh, yeah. I heard. Yeah, Nessa told me about that one.
So, yeah, Pikachu is reluctant for some reason.
Again?
But, like, okay, quick question. What is that?
What?
I mean, it's just...
Like, what's with this episode just being called The Reluctant Pikachu? You know, there's like nothing else added to the episode title. It's literally just titled The Reluctant Pikachu.
I don't know. Just he's unwilling. He's gonna be disobedient.
I guess Pikachu sees the Kangaskhan that he saw from episode 1 of PM 2019, and now he's going to live with his original family. And we're going to get a Pikachu's Goodbye 2.0.
Oh, okay. Some people are talking about how it's Gigantamax Pikachu, and Pikachu probably is still trying to get used to its body.
Oh, wait a minute. What if it's like Ash is just trying to get the Pikachu to go into the ball? Because you need to do that. And Ash
even though it's Gigantamax without it.
No, but Ash doesn't realize that.
Oh, well, Reluctance, actually, now looking at it, it's making Pikachu's he's being very cautious about the situation. So he's being hesitant about something.
I love how.
Yeah, but the problem is the anime doesn't have P.
Yeah, that's the main issue. We need to see, maybe when it actually gets fully transformed, then it'll finally say the P. Until then, though, we have to work with what we got. I'm just reading some comments about it. I see somebody says maybe Garura returns or something like that. I'm like, who?
Garuda. That's Kangaskhan.
The Kangaskhan, yeah. That's on. Okay, so that's what I was saying before just now. So yeah, I would love to see the Kangaskhan come back, and then Pikachu recognizes it. Of course, maybe the Kangaskhan don't recognize it because they saw it as a Pichu, never as a Pikachu.
Yeah.
But aside from that, though, nothing much more to say for that Pikachu episode other than just I'm looking forward to it. Although, given PM 2019's way of being, designed, I don't think we're going to really get much out of it. But if they do something
what actually would be fun is we continue the backstory. We have a little thing where it flashes back to when Okido caught it or something.
Yeah, that would be nice. Just continue fleshing out Pikachu's backstory a little bit by bit,
Yeah.
I know it's not going to mean much in the grand scheme of things, but I still like to see just more of the pre-Pikachu before Ash and Pikachu became the best of buddies.
Yeah.
And anything else that you guys wanted to talk about regarding this episode, or are we pretty much done with this one? And should we just take a little second to talk about the next episode?
What is the next episode again?
The Raihan versus Leon fight.
Oh yeah, that's right. I don't know. I got trapped up in the silliness of it. I was like, yeah, that's
yeah,
right.
I know. It was weird. You felt like that Leon episode was gonna come weeks from now and not next week.
Yeah, so we do get to see Leon fight off against Raihan in that episode because we saw the Gigantamax Windows XP Doodlelot.
I'm just more excited for Sonya, honestly.
Yeah, a lot of people are.
I mean, for good reason too. So.
She's cute.
Yeah, I love her animation that they had for the preview in there. Where
they definitely made her more bubbly than her Twilight Wings counterpart, but that's obvious because Twilight Wings.
Yeah, Twilight Wings, it's like she's more girly in that one.
I guess. She's a woman in that one, and here she's a girl.
Yeah, so the cuteness is there. If you guys love Sonya in the games, I feel like the anime will do a fantastic job with her. If I forgot who it was that it was confirmed to be the VA for Sonya. But I believe she was a recurring voice actor for the Pokemon series. If I can find it, let me take a look.
She was L in X and Y.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so she's coming back to do the VA for Sonya. So very happy with that.
That's cool.
She was also the voice actor or actress for Momo in My Hero Academia, if you know that.
Oh, dope.
So yeah, so there you go. So if you like,
and she's also let's see, I think it's Tamada, I think it's basically Yokai Watch Jam, the onion head kid. That's the only thing you have to know because
I just love that that's what you need to know that it's that character.
That's all you need to know.
It's just the onion head and that's it. That's all you got.
The onion head kid, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I feel like
nobody cares about Yokai Watch Jam. No, it's a good fucking series. You should watch it.
Yeah, Yokai Watch Jam is great. It's a nice little thing to watch in the sidelines whenever you have nothing else to watch. I've enjoyed it for what I've seen. Also, the opening is still banger, man. I'm just saying. That opening's a banger. So, anything else, guys? Or should we go and wrap things up then for tonight?
We're 4 minutes until end time anyway, so I think we did a pretty good job covering everything today.
All right. I guess if anyone has any, just a question real quick if they would like to bring up, and also I guess there's a way as well. We did, I rather should say, I tweeted about it. I intend to kind of find a little more way of trying to expand on the PokePod itself with more sessions throughout the week because I really been enjoying the PokePod itself here on
Yeah.
Mondays. I tried to find new formats on how we could, work for the PokePod series and other contents later down the road. So a lot of people were recommending like things like for maybe like have a session just on the video games in general outside of like the Pokemon franchise, and just kind of
Hmm.
discuss about previous games or modern games, the
Yeah.
current state we're in, like gaming
You
news
already have
wise.
like an anime segment, so a video game segment would definitely be good. I'll join you for that.
Yeah, no, we could like have like news of the weeks, talk about some news that we personally might find some interest, and talk about games particularly
Yeah.
that we would like to look forward to from later down. Oh, I see Dragalia Lost in the chat. What is that, Leah? Oh, she's the voice of Leah in Dragalia Lost. Really?
Nice.
I did not know that. She's also the Persona 3 female protagonist. Okay, so that's good to know. So let me see. Do you guys think Sonya will meet up with Koharu? They kind of have to. Remember that theory I was talking about? How there's like parallels to like
Yeah, like Raihan's basically like Go and Ash is like Leon.
yeah, and then Koharu's like Sonya. I think that would actually be work, something that could work.
Yeah, and then like maybe Koharu probably questions why Sonya did what she did, and then Sonya can give her a breakdown of, hey, I got into Pokemon by these two knuckleheads over here, and it shows Leon and Raihan doing something stupid.
Yeah.
And then Koharu looks at Ash and Go, and they're doing something stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like parallels.
Oh, that is interesting. But okay, let me just see here real quick. Yeah, Sonya's not as cold hearted as Koharu, but that's the thing though. That's what Sonya could do to help
We don't know her
Koharu open up
past.
her heart.
We don't know how she was.
Yeah, she could be a completely different character.
She could have been a bitch back when she was a kid.
Oh no, you hosting us when we're about to wrap things up for tonight. But thank you
No.
anyway. We appreciate it nonetheless, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we intend to expand a little bit more with the podcast series. Try to make it like maybe 12 or 3 kind of show per week. One with the anime. We're finally returning with that one, so I'm
Yeah.
excited to finally get a chance to do reactions with Evie because we are going to be reacting to Snafu's 3rd season on a weekly basis. So we're prepared for all the hurt that we're gonna get.
We're gonna talk about Digimon next week. I know
Yeah.
that.
Digimon.
Normally, the reason why I said we wanted to talk about Digimon this week is only because it only felt appropriate, given that we've talked about Digimon on Monday's session and usually kept it away from the Saturday sessions. Because we always do the pod around the time Digimon would actually air in Japan,
Right.
and then
Yeah.
we would have to wait like an hour or so later to then watch it. So that's why we normally did the Digimon reviews on Mondays, which I thought was nice. A nice little change of pace. And we'll probably talk about the Digimon anime thing, later in the week. We'll keep you guys up to date. So make sure to follow us on Twitter. Make sure to follow these guys on Twitter as well if you haven't yet. In the description down below during the friends segment. We're doing our best, everybody, to really expand upon our own individual goals, and we hope you guys will continue to look forward to whatever content we have later down the road. But please, as always, if you have any feedback or any kind of comment that you would like to say to us as to what you would like to see from future podcast sessions, whether it be like this regular Monday edition or say for upcoming Wednesdays game nights or game sessions or game pods, anime pods and whatnot, please let us know. We love to hear feedback. It's always great to kind of get an idea as to what we could do to improve ourselves and make it more enjoyable for everyone to, get a kick out of. And that's what we're looking for. At the end of the day, we always like making content for fun, and we love making content for fun because it allows people to have fun as well. So
Yeah.
we hope to continue to do that. We hope you guys continue to enjoy our sessions of the pod, and we look forward to more silly shenanigans later down the road. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of the hour now. It is time for us to go and say sayonara because it is that time. And until then, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Keiichi Prestige. Once again, with me here for tonight is Tyrone the God 3, as well as TSS Killer. Thank you guys so much again. And look forward to many more silly shenanigans later down the road. So we'll talk with all of you guys later in whatever video we make. Take care, everybody. And as always, have yourself an awesome day.
Bye.
I'm gonna talk about a free console I got next week.
All right.